Hey everybody, I just couldn't let this Tuscaloosa truck get out of here without you seeing just how big this monstrosity is. I'm coming to you for this morning from the driver's side fender well on the chassis, all right? That's how huge this thing is. This is on an M2 Freightliner chassis. We actually have 2 steps to get up into the truck cab. And honestly, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do this podcast in 3 minutes. This may be a two series one. So Tuscaloosa, this is our first unit for them. They very rarely transport, maybe 2-3 times a month. So it's important for them to have a lot of outside storage. This is one of the units that you've seen before, where we have a 12-foot on the inside, but from the exterior it's a 14-foot box. So we have this front transverse compartment that goes all the way through. We put some slide-out trays on here. I think they're going to mount maybe some SCBA brackets and some rescue equipment here, and then they've got plenty of room up top to put stuff as well. For those of us who are vertically challenged, I have this lovely little pull cord here to help us get these doors down. We have our standard O2 setup here. They're going to lay their oxygen bottle down, then they have a little divider here so they can put their Striker stair chair. They did the auto eject. They also have an exterior 120 volt outlet so they can plug in extra lighting, whatever they need there. Standard electrical compartment here, long lower storage. We have a compartment above the step well. I believe they're going to put some tools in here. I don't know, maybe chainsaw, something like that. We have another compartment up here, pretty tall as well, with the ROM roll-up door. So again, we need this lovely little pull cord here so we can reach it. Standard rear storage setup in here. They did an adjustable shelf, and we've just got some of the equipment. This unit's shipping out today. In the back, they've got, if you notice here below the bumper, they've got some pad eyes in here for whatever they might need to attach to it. I'm going to try to make it all the way around the outside if Seal can actually follow me. Generator compartment, the other side of the front transverse. And when we go inside, I'll show you this compartment. This is a really tall front I/O. And just for fun, to end the first part of our podcast, you got to see this front bumper. So they've got a 12,000 pound winch on the front of it, air horns, speakers, and our fabricating guys did a great job with that. So that ends part 1. For part 2, we'll go inside.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hey everybody, welcome to part 2 of the Tuscaloosa podcast. I just came in a double step at the side entry door because this unit, again, is so tall because of this pretty high GVW M2 chassis that we're on. So you notice on the inside, this is kind of a very different unit. Again, this group doesn't transport really, maybe a couple of times a month, so they didn't even want a CPR seat. They took, this is a cabinet from the outside, so they brought this all the way in here. Standard action wall cabinet and then a front wall cabinet. You notice the front I/O is very different here too. So instead of having an interior cabinet above it, we took it all the way up so they have inside and outside access on this. On the floor, because we don't have a CPR seat over here, we've moved the cot all the way up against the action wall area. So there's just a ton of space from the squad bench, to where the cot's going to be. And then we moved the captain's chair over a little bit as well. Now we still haven't jammed it all the way up against here, so you still got pretty roomy feel for the action wall. They have a little Motorola radio set up here with something that I haven't seen before. I'm not even quite sure what this is or how it works, but we have a cool little old school Motorola handset here. They did the Knox Med Vault up here in the corner, which is becoming, you know, fairly common with our customers. We've got a child seat built in here to the captain's chair, and it still, you know, moves forward and aft, gives us the room that we need. We put a clock up above the rear entry doors. So just a different, you know, really different setup, just to kind of see what sorts of fun things we can do and what kind of customization work we can do. This one gives a pretty good idea. One other thing, because we still have 1 minute left, we didn't get to show you the light on the front of this truck. So the chassis is so tall that we really had a difficult time kind of getting lights that you could see from the front, and we also wanted to do a scene light. So what we did, we actually put one on the M2 Freightliner. So this one's got obviously a very good spread. We've got the Wheelin' dual panel Pioneer scene lights on the side, so you've got really great visibility if you're going out on a scene. Inside the cab, we had a docking station set up. You know, we have a pretty big beefy setup there for their Panasonic Toughbook. But anyway, just thought y'all would enjoy looking at this big old truck. We'll see you next time. Thanks.